Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be revisiting an oldie but goodie of mine here. This was actually a request from a subscriber, and that is CarPro EcH2O. Now I've been using this product since its inception. It's been years at this point. It's just a very good product and it's very versatile. It's a concentrate which you can use for a waterless wash, quick detailer / drying aid, rinseless wash, and a clay lubricant. Like I've used it I've used it in every one of those aspects, and it works out very well till this day. Now, its primary design when it really came out was a waterless wash and quick detail. That was its primary function. As people started to use it, they were asking, I know detailers were playing around with it as a rinseless wash, and then CarPro revised their dilution ratios for a rinseless wash. So you can actually use this as a rinseless wash. It's a pretty good rinseless wash. Again, if you're staying in the CarPro family and you only have access to CarPro EcH2O, again, you can use it in multitude of situations there, and it does work pretty well as a rinseless wash. Now, when it comes to CarPro EcH2O, based on my experience over the years, again, I'm primarily using it as a drying aid. I don't use it as a waterless wash, which is its original design feature. For me, these bottles last forever because you know, I always test different products, and sometimes I use those other products in the background. But this is a 34-ounce bottle, and if I'm only using 1 ounce at a time, it's very cost effective for an enthusiast because you're not using a lot of product all the time. Even if a professional detailer, if you're going to have somebody come in and you're going to need a quote, you know, drying aid type of product or a maintenance product, you could use this, but just don't expect to have this product to have durable protection like some of these other products that we have in the back here. And just based on my experience using this product, my sweet spot for a drying aid is 1 to 20. If you're going to use it as a waterless wash, the 1 to 10, 1 to 15 range is where you want to be. It just depends on how dirty the car is. So if it's not that dirty, you can just use 1 to 15. If it does have a little bit more dirt, you're going to want to go to 1 to 10. And then for a clay lubricant, 1 to 40. And I'm actually using it as a clay lubricant, and it does a pretty good job because it has a lot of slickness in there, and you're not going to be marring the surface. So if you need to, for example, have to clay something on your coated vehicle, you can actually use this with your clay media of choice, preferably a like a towel or something like that, a clay towel, or one of those. So if we go to CarPro's website, you know, it goes into the whole description here of what it is. I'm not going to read it all in here, but you can cycle through this page, and it has dilution ratios. Like, these are starting points, and you can play around with the dilution ratios and dial it into what you like. For example, they state here you would make waterless wash 1 to 15, quick detailer 1 to 25, clay lubricant 1 to 40, and then a rinseless wash 1 to 200. Again, after playing with CarPro EcH2O for so long after all these years, for me 1 to 20 is a sweet spot for a quick detailer / drying aid. So we scroll down here. I just want to kind of point out a couple different things here. So here's the main thing. Can I use it as a rinseless wash? It says yes. Is EcH2O a cleaner? Yes, it's a waterless wash that's tough on dirt but gentle on the vehicle. It gently lifts dirt and contaminants from the surface. Does EcH2O have protection in it? EcH2O does have some SiO2, in parentheses it says quartz, protection in it, but its main focus is on safely cleaning and glossing a variety of surfaces. So there you go. It's not durable protection. Anything you could put on the top of the surface is going to alter surface tension, and it will change the beading or let's just say hydrophobics of whatever is your base level protection. But again, CarPro EcH2O is not designed to be durable protection. If I'm using it at 1 to 15 or 1 to 10, I do have more EcH2O in the mixture, so it's going to last a lot longer than 1 to 20 or 1 to 25. So that's pretty much it for dilution ratios here. So again, it's a very cost-effective product here. I think this is I forget how many bottles I'm in with CarPro EcH2O over the years, and I have another one lined up here. Again, it's just such a versatile product. And then again, you have other products that can be used as a drying aid. These are just some examples here. But again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want protection, then you're going to want to use a product that has protection in it. Again, because this has Si2, people think it has protection in it, but again, it's designed for gloss enhancement. One other thing about CarPro EcH2O, before I get back to the drying aids here, is people tend to get a little weird when they find out that this does have a little carnauba in the formula. Now the carnauba is not going to hinder the performance of anything. If you're speaking ceramic coating terms or graphene coating, it's not going to hinder that performance. The carnauba is in there for slickness. That's all you're going to get out of it. And the SiO2 in here is designed for gloss and adding gloss on the paint. So I want to kind of just mention that. And as I mentioned, this is a cost-effective product because if, say, for example, I'm not going to pick on Armor Supply, but I just have these two products in front of me because this is a perfect example of some of the brands that they have where they have standalone products where they're like, for example, Adapt as a waterless wash, Amplify as a detail spray. So you have two products taking up space on your shelf where I can have CarPro EcH2O as a concentrate do both these functions just by changing the dilution ratio of the product. So I kind of just want to make that point across. Again, I'm not picking on Armor, they just happen to be products that I have here. These are actually great products, and I would recommend purchasing them. And then if you want to stay in the CarPro family and you're looking to have a product that you can use still as a drying aid, but it's going to leave protection behind, you want Elixir here. And if you want even more protection than this, then you would use CarPro Reload. Elixir though, this does have CarPro EcH2O in it, and it has Reload and it has Hydro 2 in the mixture. You can actually use this as a spray and rinse because of the Hydro 2 in there. So let's get to the adding the product in here. I've already actually put enough water in here to give me the proper dilutions in here. Now for a drying aid, I am actually using distilled water when I make my drying aid because I like my drying aid to be as pure as possible. And so for waterless wash, I don't really care how much is in there because I'm going to blow through this product. So I use tap water. And again, I'll blow through the product if I'm using it pretty often. So I'm going to just go ahead and mix CarPro EcH2O here. One thing I would recommend is change the top. People always ask me where I get these tops. Simple. Just save your car wash bottles, take these off, and you can recycle them throughout your product line here. Let me move this over a bit here because we're going to mix it here. You want to shake CarPro EcH2O because it does have a tendency to separate, and especially once you're mixing it with water, it will separate. So shake it once in a while before you use it. Again, I'm going to pop this top open, and this just allows me to squeeze out product a lot easier. So I'm going to squeeze out 30 milliliters of product, which is 1 ounce, and that's at the 30 mil mark. And I'm just going to pour this in here. Okay, so we're going to just take this off. I know people are going to ask me where I got this. Actually, I think I bought this on Adam's website one day, and I just saw it. You can buy them in different places. So we're going to just pop this in here. And so there's your drying aid. Again, 1 to 20 is my sweet spot for a drying aid. I'm going to actually flip this around here because I like my bottles facing this way where I can see what it is, and then I can just see that's IK. You want to just shake this up and get all that goodness mixed up. So we'll demonstrate this as a drying aid on the vehicle as soon as I wash it. Oh, I forgot this thing. I don't think I closed it right because it leaked all over the place. So just have your towels ready, but I don't think I closed the top very well. Okay, now when it comes to a waterless wash, as I mentioned, I've already mixed this up just at the proper dilution here. Which is 1 to 15 for a waterless wash, because I'm just going to use it for demonstration purposes. And so I'm just going to fill this back up to the 30 mil mark. If I can actually see it, because it's now covered with CarPro EcH2O. I'll go on the back side here. So that's roughly 30 milliliters in there. Okay, I'm just going to dump that in there. Actually, let me clean this up. Okay, and so I'm going to take this off, and I'm going to put that in here, and I got my thing here. If you have the bigger bottles, even better. I was just looking for a bottle to use. So I just grabbed the IK bottle here. I'm going to flip it around this way so I know what it is. Just tighten that bad boy. And we're going to shake it just to make sure it's all mixed up. And we're going to demonstrate this right now. Yeah, this one didn't spill because I didn't unlock the other one. So we're going to go ahead and just use this on my Camaro here. As you can see, it's dusty, so it has a nice layer of dust here, and this is a perfect example for a waterless wash. I'm actually going to use one of these Wolfpack drying towels here. They're actually better. The best thing I found for these is just use them in bucket of rinseless wash, or in this instance a waterless wash. I shouldn't lift it on the glass. So is this thing open properly? Okay, yeah. So just go ahead and soak the surface with rinseless wash, or I should say waterless wash. And I tend to go pretty heavy because I want my surface as lubricated as possible so that I don't mar anything. This is glass. I'm not too worried about scratching glass, but again, I would just take this. And you can see I picked up some dirt there and dirt there. Again, this is glass, so I'm not too concerned about scratching the glass. So I'm actually using the same side. And again, I can just flip it over to the other side when I'm ready. Okay, now with CarPro EcH2O, as I stated, actually let me get this middle section here because it's wet with product. Now with CarPro EcH2O, as I stated, you're going to want to use multiple towels to wipe off the product, because sometimes this has a tendency to be a bit streaky, as I mentioned. And so I'm going to take one towel. It doesn't really matter. This is an FTW. And I'm going to do this, my initial wipe. Again, you may have to use 2 or 3 towels. I found that like these FTWs work a lot better than something real plush. And there you go. So I'm going to put that there for a minute. If there was a little bit of product residue left behind that I picked up, I could always just take a spritz into my towel, go over the surface real quick, and just pick up any remaining residue that you may see on there, and I'll just come back, flip it to a dry side, and you're done. So you may have to do that with CarPro EcH2O when you're using it. You may need more towels than normal. That's pretty much it. I mean, and it's at that point you'll feel it real slick on the surface. Like it feels really slick right now on the glass. It even feels slick here where I have the D-Quartz Go. Feels good. So again, that's all you're going to be doing when it comes to doing a waterless wash with the product I'll demonstrate on this glass piece here. One more time, just so you guys get an idea. I'll do half the glass. And I'm actually going to wash this car with the traditional method here. Which side did I use? Actually, it doesn't really matter, as I mentioned, because it's glass. And you can see I picked up all this dirt from the surface. Okay, and what I'm going to do is just take the towel, FTW. Like I said, FTWs or twist loop towels work the best when you're wiping it off. It just gets any remaining residue off versus another plush towel. And that's pretty much it. If I got any overspray on here, I'll just go ahead and wipe it off. But that's pretty much it. And as I mentioned, if you have run into an issue where you may have a little bit of streaking after you're doing it, just quick little spritz in here. Come back over it real fast. Flip your towel over. and then come back and wipe it through. And again, you're going to feel the slickness immediately on the surface. I mean, it feels pretty slick right now. This towel's a little wet. And again, just have multiple towels with you available at your disposal, so then you're wiping it off. And again, that's pretty much it for the waterless wash demonstration. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my car, and then we'll come back and demonstrate the drying aid aspect of it and just show you how good the car looks. But like, I can actually see that, is it here? It looks like there might be a little bit of streaking there. I may have missed it. Again, because my towel already has product in there. Just take it, go over it, wipe it down. And it's, if you don't wipe it off, like, because this car is white, if I was doing a waterless wash on the entire white paint here, I wouldn't see that. I actually see streaking when I pull it out and I don't wipe it good enough. I will see streaking on the glass, I will see streaking on this piece, and on this piece, because it's tinted glass, like, I would see it pretty streaky in that aspect. So that's it for CarPro EcH2O as a waterless wash. And again, the next portion of the video is going to flow into the drying aid aspect for CarPro EcH2O. So again, I'm just showing you different uses for this. I'm not going to do the rinseless wash. I already have a rinseless wash video on it. You guys can just go back and watch that. But I want to just discuss the versatility of the product here in terms of using it as a waterless wash. I'm just giving you some tips and tricks for using it as a waterless wash. And then we're going to be using it as a drying aid here once the car is washed here, which I'll probably do it tomorrow because it's getting a little late here in the day. So that's it so far. So stay tuned. Follow up here is the drying aid portion. All right, be right back. Hey everyone, welcome back here. So we're going to get back into CarPro here. I'm going to be using this as a drying aid, but I just noticed that this bottle here is actually defective, because when you try to tighten this, look at it, it doesn't tighten up right. It's the only bottle that I have that's doing this. I kept shaking it and it kept leaking. I was wondering, why is this thing leaking? I kept trying to tighten it down. It doesn't thread right, so the threads are not right on the bottle. This is the second trigger I've been trying to mess with on here. So rather than doing that, I'm going to just transfer this solution in here. So the IK bottle is defective with the threads on here, which is pretty weird. So I'm going to just swap this card back. That's the beauty of these. I can just take this card and transfer it here. If I can slide it back in there. Now when I put this back in here, it should tighten up just right. So just keep an eye on that. There is, yeah, see, this one tightens just right. I don't have that problem on there where it's going on crooked. Because I kept wondering, like, why is that thing leaking? And then I tried to tighten it further, and then that's when I noticed that the threads are not right on this bottle. Yeah, so it's a defective IK bottle. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to get back to CarPro EcH2O as a drying aid. Again, I use this diluted 1:20, as you guys saw. And one thing about this product is I go kind of heavy with it. One thing about this product here, once it's diluted at 1:20, I don't have to worry about my towels getting clogged. Because again, it's not meant to leave protection behind. Like some of these other drying aids that people tend to use, which are basically quick detailers, right? That have protection in there, ceramic this, ceramic that, synthetic polymers. This product doesn't do that to the towel, so my towels last longer if I use this product more often, because again, it doesn't last, it's not designed to last long in terms of any protection. Just throw them in your wash with I don't know, I just use rags to riches primarily. That's pretty much it for this as a drying aid. Most of the surface is pretty dry right now. Just a quick little spritz here on the glass. And one thing about CarPro EcH2O though is you're gonna have to want to come back and make sure it's buffed off, because if you leave a little extra, like say you kind of miss a spot after your wipe off, it can leave a haze. It's not detrimental or anything, but again, I go pretty heavy with this product. But yeah, you can notice a haze, and it's more noticeable like on dark areas, so like on glass, because it, you know, this glass is now tinted. I could see it if I missed a spot, or on these black pillars, in areas like that, or it could look a little hazy. Again, just wipe it off with a little bit more product, and you're good to go. Just, you know, it's nothing showstopper or show-stopping. See, it wipes off really clean. It's leaving me a slick surface. Again, I'm not too concerned if it's leaving protection behind or not. Whatever minor protection it's leaving behind, it will be there for the next wash, maybe two. But again, I'm using this as my primary drying aid all the time. So we can just mist there. Works good on the interior as well, so if you want to just wipe your interior down real fast, you most certainly can. The only part I didn't like it on the inside was using it on the glass. Like I said, because if you miss a spot, sometimes you get that hazing effect. Okay, so I'm just kind of go over the surface here. Again, nothing out of the ordinary when using a drying aid. Just come back, wipe off any excess just in case. Pretty straightforward, nothing too exciting here. I'll just give you guys the entire process here of me using it. And it's a pretty fast process with your drying aid. It's starting to get a little windy. Then I'll show you one last thing before I finish this guy. So as I mentioned, sometimes with the haze, like these mirrors, if you don't wipe them, sometimes you'll notice that haze on the surface. So I'll spray real close so I don't get overspray. You can see it's got some slickness to it. So yeah, you can feel it gets slick. It will get a little slicker as it cures, it sets up. I don't notice that it attracts dust. I know people always ask about how does it do against collecting dust. I mean, fighting dust is a losing battle, to be honest. Especially if your car sits outside. And that's it. As far as using this as a drying aid, let me adjust the camera because it's slipping off my head. Again, it leaves a real nice gloss to it. Real nice slickness over the back of your hand. It's got a nice slick feeling. And other areas where I tend to use it. So if I pop up on the door here, I use the same one on the door jambs. Again, these door jambs are clean. Just like so. And again, just that's all I do with this product. It's very versatile for me. And diluted 1 to 20 goes a long way if you're just going to be using it as a drying aid. Like I use it, and like I don't use it for waterless washing. I will use it on occasion for a rinseless wash. But for me, it's best suited as a drying aid type of product, quick detailer. So that's it. I'll do the same thing. I'll wipe the engine bay down as well. I'll pretty much wipe down any surface in there, like door jambs and whatnot. And that's pretty much it. So that's CarPro EcH2O, everyone. You can see the gloss looks really good from this angle here. I will wipe down the wheels with the same product. Again, I use it for every single surface on here. Paint, glass, plastic trim, wheels, door jambs, under the engine bay. I will also get another towel because I'm going to clean the blades. I will use the same product to clean the blades, or you can use glass cleaner. So just take your pick of what you want to use. So again, that's CarPro EcH2O as a drying aid and as a waterless wash. My preference is using it as a drying aid at 1 to 20. So hopefully this answers the question, and hopefully that somebody asked if they could get an updated video on CarPro EcH2O as a drying aid. So again, thanks for watching, and if you have any comments or questions on CarPro EcH2O, go ahead and post down below. Post all your thoughts. I'm curious to hear what you guys think about it. Again, it's still one of my favorite products till this day. And are there other products that can replace it? Sure. Am I going to replace it? No. That's why it stays in my arsenal, because I can use this on every single surface and it will not impact the performance of the base layer ceramic or graphene coating, titanium coating, whatever type of coating you have. It's not going to impact it. You can use it as often as you like. You can use it after every wash, and it's not going to mask the performance of your coating. Again, it's not designed to leave durable protection behind. Think of this as like almost like Dream Maker. You know, it'll hang around for like a wash or two, and then after that it's gone. So you'll notice when the surface tension does change, because it's going to be slick for about a week and a half after it's gone. So after you wash it, maybe the next time, it may not feel as slick. That's when you know it's gone. So again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care, everyone.